Hello. Okay. How are you? So, hi, my name is Nikki. I am Nikki from Simply Natural Beauty, and this is my first time ever going live here on YouTube. So, this is exciting. I think you need like 100 subscribers to be able to go live. And so I am now over 100 and I'm going live. So, what I thought I would do today is just tell you a little bit about myself, and I was going to do a really pretty eye look and just introduce myself since I realized, oh, I can go live now. Okay, so my name is Nikki, and I live in the mountains in Colorado in Vail. I have no makeup on except for brows and a little bit of lashes, and I just did some skincare. So, I live up in the mountains in Vail, Colorado, and I have 4 boys. They keep me super busy. 14, 13, 9, and 6.5. His birthday is in April. I can't believe he's gonna be 7, my little baby. And my 2 oldest boys are ski racers. So that's what brought us here to Colorado for them to continue their racing. Let me find my eyeshadow brush, which is hiding. Okay, if you haven't heard of Saint before, let me know. But Saint, it's spelled with an E. You can see it right here. Seint. It's still called Saint, like it's the French spelling of saint. Means the same thing, saint. Saint has been around for about 5 years or so, and well, the artist program, and it was built, it was the idea was come up with from a lady named Kara Brooks, and she was a makeup blogger, and she was going to sell her makeup to Sephora or Ulta, and then ultimately decided to do an artist program. And what's super awesome about this makeup is that it all comes in these little palettes. Okay, everything comes in these little tins. Just pulling out one for you. You can see right here, these little tins. These palettes are magnetic, so you can change out the colors as you need or as you like. You pop them in, they don't fall off. All of our foundation colors are cream-based. Cream is amazing for your skin, especially mature skin ladies, because it doesn't settle into your fine lines and wrinkles, and it creates that second skin on your face. So before I became a makeup artist with Saint, I never wore makeup. I didn't do my eyebrows either. I found my brows like 2 years ago when I joined this company. I have super blonde eyebrows, and I look back at pictures now and I'm like, oh my God, like, why didn't anybody tell me? Color your brows. What? And then I wore some mascara, and that was kind of it. And that's absolutely fine. I was very natural. It was fine. I was in the throes of motherhood with 4 boys, and I just felt like I needed something for myself. And a friend was selling this makeup, and I said, I'll give it a try. Why not? Um, and then I fell in love with it because it was so easy for somebody who knew nothing about makeup to be able to understand how to do a full face of makeup and look natural, add a little bit more and look glam. And it just was, I don't know, it changed my life, to be honest. I mean, I know that sounds cliche, but it just made me, when I put this makeup on, I feel super confident and ready to take on the world. Okay, my kids are coming home from school right now, so it might be really loud. Okay, so these are a couple other little things in the palette, but you can build your palette. We have all different sizes. Here's a little mini one. This one, I just have some of the eyeshadows that I was gonna do today. We have this size, which I think is perfect for the everyday woman. It's about the size of an iPhone, but a little bit wider. And then we have some bigger ones too. Look how gorgeous this one is, right? With the shiny, and they all have little mirrors. This one needs a clean. That's why it's kind of on the side right now. And yeah, that's our system. All of our brushes are, this is the one that I'm going to use today to do my eyeshadow. All of our brushes are double-ended, and you're going to see why that's really important and makes putting on your makeup super easy. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to do kind of a purpley eye look because I'm wearing purple. So I just thought, oh, I'm wearing purple. I might as well do a purpley eye look. Okay, when I start my makeup, I like to first prep my eyelids like with a primer. You can use a primer from any company. Our company, we use our concealer. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this little side of this brush. I'm gonna put on a touch, and I'm gonna show you the difference between this eye and the other eye right there. So I'm just popping this concealer. Again, I have no makeup on except for this, my brows. So I'm just putting a light layer. Do you see the difference? Do you see how this is purple and then this just evened out that kind of blank canvas? Then I like to put on just some setting powder to keep that in place and so the cream doesn't slip, okay? So once this powder's on, your makeup's not gonna move. Okay, let's go with our colors here. So I picked these 3 colors, and then I haven't decided on the shimmer that I want to use just yet, so we'll think about it. All right, I'm going to use this color purple called London, and I'm going to use the fluffy side of my brush because I'm going to do an all-over wash. Oh, I didn't prep this eye. Okay, whatever, we're going to do this eye. Okay, and I'm going to just put purple all over my eyes like this. Just use that fluffy side. And just get that going like that. Isn't that a pretty color? Okay, so I have something called hooded eyes. That means, hi guys, that means that when I open my eyes, you don't see my lid space. So I'm going to open my eye and try to put that color above my eyelid. So when I open my eye, you can see that color still. It's difficult when you have hooded eyes. You kind of have to figure it out, and then you get used to it. So I know I can leave a little bit of space right here for my brow bone, but I mostly have to concentrate that color up much higher than the normal person. Okay. So I'm just doing an all over wash. I like to do that to kind of give a base to my color, and then I build from there. All right, before I move on to the next side, let me just prep this side now. Just a little bit of my brightening highlight, my concealer. In Saint, we have our own kind of vocabulary. And so we call a concealer the brightening highlight. Okay. What's really good about it is you put it right here in that inner quarter of your eye right here, and it brightens that up too. Okay. A little bit of that setting powder. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and put London, that purple on this side. Remember, hooded eyes, we're gonna go up above. So when I open, you can see it. And we're just gonna wash that in. What I've learned about eyeshadow as well is that sometimes it takes a long time to put on eyeshadow because to get like the color that you really want, you might have to blend for a long time. Okay, so I can do my full face of Saint makeup in like 3 to 5 minutes, but then my husband's like, okay, let's go. And I'm like, oh, but I'm in the middle of doing my eyeshadow. That's what takes me the longest usually. Now if you only use 1 or 2 colors, that, you can go quick, but if you want to do something like a little more glam, then it might take you a long time. So as you can see, I'm just blending, blend it out just till you get the color that you want. So isn't that pretty? That's such a pretty purple color. I really love it. Okay, now moving on, I like to use this brighter color. This is called Drift. So this was London, this is Drift. And I like to use this denser side of my brush, and I put it right here on my brow bone to brighten that up. It doesn't matter what order you put these 2 colors in. And then this one right here, okay? And then I like to pop it as well on the inner corner of my eye right here. Okay, kind of again, brightening up this little eye socket. Do you see that? I didn't place this one just right. There we go. And then I'm just gonna feather it up. You can use your finger too for this if you like, if you prefer. Um, Using your finger, you're gonna get more concentrated shimmer, okay? All right, moving on. We're gonna do this dark color. This is called Kin. And I'm gonna tap with this dense side into the darker color. And I'm gonna do an outer 7 or an outer V into this corner. Now I don't want the eyeshadow to go below this line. Like if you hold this up right here, you don't want it to fall out. If it does fall out, it's gonna droop your eye down, but I'll show you a trick to clean that up. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit right here, and then it's gonna look kind of like a 7, okay, or a V, however you wanna think of it, okay? See that? I'm gonna flip over my brush, and I'm just gonna take this color, and then I'm gonna wash it into my crease and really keep it concentrated to this outer corner of my eye. See that? Do you see that dimension just by having this here? Now it is a little too far down, but we're gonna lift that up at the end, okay? So we're gonna do that at the end. But look at that dimension by putting that darker color. Keeping the darker color in the outer part of your eye just gives that dimension. And then if you keep it a brighter color in the inner of your eye, it's gonna make your eyes look wider and open and bright. Okay, same with this side. I'm gonna put this darker color here. I'm gonna place it kind of like a 7, right? My kids like to say the greater than or less than sign. I have 4 boys, but my littlest one loves to come in here and watch me do my makeup, which is so sweet. So again, I'm going to pull it into that crease just a little bit. Of course, we want to keep the concentration of the color on the outer portion of your eye. Again, don't be afraid to keep blending until you get the right blend on your makeup. Okay. You see how it pulls in a little bit, but the concentration of the color is really on that outer corner. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now I need to pick that other color for the pop of shimmer in my eye. Let's see. So I am torn between a color called Gigi, and Gigi is like this kind of purpley color. So kind of whoops, I dropped it. Keeping with the purpley theme. Or I was thinking there's another color called Soulmate, which of course is in my other palette, which is kind of a pinky color. Let's see. So I'm trying to think which color might look nicer. Maybe we'll do one on one side and one on the other, and then just see which one we like best. Okay, so I'll start with Gigi. I like to apply my shimmer to the very center of my eye right here. That's where you're gonna get the greatest pop. So I use my finger because you're gonna get the greatest concentration of shimmer. Hold on, I have dogs, so I have dog hair. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that on the right here. Now look how little my lid space is. I have the tiniest little lids possible. Well, maybe not possible, but they're very tiny. So I like to just work that up. If you need to grab a little more, you can. And you see how I'm kind of pulling from the inner corner to that shimmery middle right there. Do you see that? Okay, so that's not a huge pop of color. That's pretty subtle. You can take your brush and kind of blend it in, okay? And then this one, Soulmate, really gives you that pop. So let me show you Soulmate. Okay, let me wipe off my finger. I'm gonna take my finger again. I'm gonna come into Soulmate. Here we go. As you can see, Soulmate is kind of more of a peachy pink, but it really comes on really, it's like a big shimmer. Again, right here, the center of my lid. Oh, okay, so you see the difference. Soulmate definitely gives you more of a pop. I feel like if I'm looking at this one makes my eyes look bigger just because it's brighter right in here. Okay, if you need to add a little more, can, but then we're going to blend it just a touch. There we go. Okay, now last thing, so I think you can vote in the comments. Let me know what you like. Do you like Gigi, which is a little more subtle, or do you like Soulmate? Okay. The last thing is I like to take that dark color on this outer corner, which is called Kin, and I like to use that as my eyeliner on the bottom. So I'm just going to take that color and I'm going to place it under my waterline right here. Do you see that right here? So instead of using like a harsh pencil or a harsh liquid eyeliner, this is just very, well, maybe not subtle because it is dark. And you see how I stop right here. It's like the outer 2/3 of my eyes. And it doesn't make it so harsh. It makes it a little more, you can blend it like this, and we're gonna clean it up here in a second. Okay. All right. Do you see that though? Isn't that nice? Just using that, it's not too dark. It's not too crazy. Okay. Remember how I told you we're gonna clean up those sides of the eyes. So I'm gonna take that same brightening highlight that I did right here, and I'm just gonna take it right here and pop a little color here. And then this belongs under your eye anyway, so I'm just gonna tap a tiny bit under and lift that up. And do you see the difference between this side and this side? You see this eye? Well, this eye actually is a little more droopy. I should have done this side. But, you know, we're not going to, that's just my face. Might need an eye lift at some point. Okay, do you see that though? Do you see how that is like lifted a little more? I can even blend this a little bit better. Okay, let's do this side. You'll really see a difference right here. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that brightening highlight, bring it up, automatic eye lift, clean it up just a little bit under my eyes, and look at that, right? So that's Soulmate, Gigi. Okay, last thing, I like to put a little bit of mascara. I have a little bit on already, but I'm gonna add a little more. What's your favorite mascara? Right now I keep going back to this L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I just feel like it does the best with my lashes. I actually think I put some Thrive mascara on first. My problem with that is that I need waterproof mascara because my eyes water a lot. So maybe I shouldn't have put that on first, but it was in front of me and I couldn't find this tube of mascara. Okay, and then a little bit underneath. There we go. All right, now this is kind of a dramatic look, really gorgeous. I really love the Sabrina. I really think that just gives you that extra little pop. And I love bringing that darker color down under your eyes. You could do that with any of our darker colors that you use in the outer corner. Bring it under for that eyeliner for a little softer look. Okay, guys, so I'm going to jump off here. I've been on for like 20 minutes. I tend to talk a lot, so that's me. Sorry. All right. So nice to meet you all. Comment below so I know who you are. I'd love to get to know you. Take care. Bye.